This is the second part of the Get Started course with acoustic analysis with ArtemiS Suite. We start right at the spot where we stopped in video 1. Well, here is the level of your microphones and here is the level of your vibration signals here, okay? So this is one line here. As you can see, here is a big buck noise in the beginning and also in the end there's another buck noise also at 8 seconds. Something weird in my recording. I haven't checked it yet. I can see it now. So let's go back. So I'll go back to my pool project and I think I should cut these out, this buck noise. To get a good view, now I'll go on my measurement and here all the setups for my measurements are now listed up. And here I go for the mark editor, which gives us this really cool cutting option. And here below I have my player. So if I press play, I can hear the lawnmower. And if you hear, duck, yeah, there's this duck noise from the switch, and I don't want to have the switch inside. I just want to have the constant part inside. So I will need to cut my measurement, and this is quite easy. This is curtain, you just drag in here, and the stop curtain you drag in there, and then that's it. As you can see here in my project, from now on this recording will be used from 2 seconds to 7.5 seconds. That's it. There's no change, no copy made. I just go for the next recording here, and I can also go here and say, okay, choose this from that to that, and that's it. Okay, I see it, I get it. It's quite fine. Normally you like everything cut in the same, and you don't want to go from measurement to measurement and do this always the same. So there, of course, there are options to speed up. What you can do is, if I click on here, you can type in your recordings. Of course, you can set here maybe this from 3 seconds to 7 seconds, and then you got this right here. But there's still a lot to do if you put it on all measurements. So what you can do is just click on the main folder with all the measurements inside, and you can just type in, I want to cut these. This is the property for all measurements below, maybe from 2.5 seconds to, or maybe I just want to have 5-second cuts. Just the duration should be 5. He's calculated it's 7.5. And now all the measurements which are in this folder, just look here, are from 2.5 to 7.5. Even if I go here for a side cut, something else, everything is cut just the same. It saves a lot of time. So I don't need the mark analysis anymore. Okay, so we can just close this window and everything is cut. So now I'm brave enough to say I also add a second and a third recording of the same condition. Cut high 1, mulching setup, okay? So there will be a lot of measurements here, all these frequency, all these channels are hot. Calculate one more time. I put it also in the data viewer. Now the next data viewer comes up and now it's getting, okay, we don't have the start problems anymore. Now just the 2.5 to 7.5 areas listed up. But you can see a lot of data is listed up here and this is confusing. We need to separate it anywhere. This can be done even now in the property page of your data viewer. So there it is. We should separate the channels that we have. So from left to right, I say, please use all the different channel names we have. And then we get these 5 lines. The left is left and right ear. And then we have the 3 triaxial measurements on our vibration. Okay, now it's more listed up and I can better compare everything. Still really small. What I can also say is maybe I want to have on each side, now we have only one page, different analysis. So one page for each analysis, for example, you can just try out. Now we got 3 pages. So this is the first setup, the first analysis, second analysis, and the third analysis. So we can separate and see clearly. Okay, it's the first step to analyze. But still too confusing. If I think about my pool project, this have been just 3 lines. Another 3, another 3, another 3. This will be really jamming, okay? It doesn't work that way. So we need to reduce data, and this is the most important thing as an acoustic engineer. Reduce data as much as you can. So what I do here is maybe we just concentrate on our ears. Yeah, just the microphones. Get this vibration done later. Not yet, okay? Just activate all these airborne noises. Of course, I can open this one here and just click out this one, and now it will only calculate these 2 channels. Good. But this has to be done in all these measurements, and this is really time consuming. Again, like before, I click on the main folder, and here I can on signal channels say no, I never want to use any of these, only activate here these 2 airborne channels. And now if I just check here, basket cut 1 here, only 2 channels are activated, okay? From now on, I know only airborne noise is gone. So if I just take these 3 and calculate one more time, now it's getting much easier to compare. These are the 3 setups here, and now I want to compare. Of course, I can read here, here, and here. It's very the same, looks the same, but I want to have that in one line. This can be done here. I just say, okay, divide between the 3 records, which is done here for each only record. I just say, no, this could be all in one diagram, okay? So now they collapse, and I think about compare these. But there are still a lot of recordings which are very similar here now. I'm suffering now to have left and right ear at this point. Maybe we should reduce the number of channels to just 1, okay? You start with some statistics. Okay, go back to my pool project. How can I do that one? First I calculate, and then there's your statistic part. It can be done before we watch it, the signal. Just press the plus button, and here is another column. It can place just in this point here. Right mouse click. Well, there are different options here, as you can see. Maybe we want to summarize the channels here, okay? We can have left and right here as an average, but that doesn't make sense. If I have an air dryer here, and here I have a lot of noise, and here's nothing, the noise I hear would not be going down because here's nothing. You know? At least the maximum is the most interesting one. So I check the channels that coming in. I just want to have the maximum of these 2, okay? This is the most dominant one, right? And then I go to the data viewer. So I calculate one more time just to see, going in here, watching, and now we only have 1 channel, which is the max of these 2 channels. So here we are, just lines. Now we can bring them together and say, okay, bring them all in one page. And now we can compare, okay? That's fine. And of course, they're extremely similar because it is the same condition. So the next thing to summarize your data is to make the average of the 3 same recordings, okay? So go back to my pool project. These 3, which are the same setup, can be now averaged. So going back to my statistic, I can insert the mark package. These are all marks, kind of links to my data. And I add a new mark package. And here I said, well, average the marks. Quite easy. But as you can see here, now this package is switched off. And hey, hey, I can't pick them all at the same time. Well, this is a safety feature because you have to think about which to do first. And that's why if you want to have both at the same time, don't use one of these simple ones. You are professional now. Go for the new package. Then you got both options at the same time. So what we want to do is the mark setup should be averaged, all the recordings average, but the channel sets should be the max from the 2 microphones. And here I can set which is first. It seems to be the same. It could be the same in most of the situations, but there are situations when actually there's a difference if you first build the maximum and then average, or if you first average each of the channels with another recording and then build the maximum. Can be a difference. So think about it and then make it as a standard, okay? So first here is first the maximum and then average with the other maximums. This is the right order here, all right? Now we go to the data viewer, and data viewer is opening, and that's what we want to have. So it's just 1 line, give us the information about this condition. Fine. And now we are brave enough to compare it now with different conditions. Now the fun starts, okay? Pool project. Now we compare with all these measurements of margin cut 4. If I click here on it, all the recordings will be automatically switched on. So margin cut 4, 7 and 1 is now activated, and let's calc one more time. All right, and that's what we get. and there's still only one line. Shit, I expected 3. We should tell the software which should be average and which is not. What's happening now is the software goes here and average all the setups here, which is not right. Because what we want is, we want these 3 to be average, these 3 to be average, and these 3 to be average. Not all, not 9, okay? So where to set this? In the property page. Just click on my mark setup, and here is the simple option what we have. Not all together, no. We have maybe by the number. So I said, well, there are always 3 recordings, and then make an average, and then go for the next, okay? Hold on, did we really make 3 recordings for each measurement condition? I remember we speed up a little bit in the end of the day. Let's check. We got 3 recordings from side in side cut 1, we got 3 recordings in side cut 4, side cut 7, 3 recordings, basket cut, there we only got 2, and let me see, yeah, we only got 1 recording in this cut height 4 and only 1 here. So this doesn't work this way. What will happen is here at this one, he can average these 3, but the next step, he will take these 2 with that one and average it, which is wrong. So what to do? I know what you're thinking. You think all I have to do is just click in here, press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then I got 3. And also here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, V, and well, that is a way which is not good, especially here because I delete this directly here. Because here I just pick one of them and give them a higher weight. So no. There's a better way to work with that kind of data. If we go back here to mark set, we don't use by number of marks, but it doesn't fit to our way of working. We use by folder name. That means all these measurements here are in the folder margin cut 7. And all these are in the folder margin cut 4, which has a different name. So I can just tell him all the measurements which are in one folder should be average. This is the way I have worked. So it doesn't matter how many records are in my folder, if it's just 1 or 500. If it's in one folder, it's the same condition, average it please. And then I'm safe whatever it comes, okay? So that is my way to work. All right, so I can close this all here, have a lean overview, and I can choose how many records I like to have. Maybe margin cut 1, 4, and 7 to be averaged. And now I can also use all of these here. If this is too much click, you know how to do it. Just click on the overall and you got them all in, okay? All these analysis and go to my data viewer. By the way, double click on data view, do the same like calculated. Much faster way to do it. Okay, there we are. A lot of data, and now we want to compare, of course. Maybe first we should separate in different analysis, left, middle, and right. We can put these analysis on different pages. One page for each analysis would work here. We got 3 pages. Page 1, page 2 with the FET, and page 3 for the loudness. We go back here maybe on this signal here, and there are a lot of lines which give us all the conditions. And yes, there's one condition here which is much softer in noise than the others. Let's see what it is. Well, it tells me average, it's right, from the max. It's right, it is an average of the max, but I want to know what was the measuring condition of the lawnmower. We need to adapt the legend for this data viewer and save this as a default for this kind of analysis. How this is be done will be the topic of the next video. See you.